What's up, everybody? This is Reverend Guns, and today we're going to be taking apart and cleaning a Browning high power 69C 9mm. So the first thing we're going to do is a safety check. I'm going to press this little button right here. When you do, it makes the magazine pop out. You don't want any cleaners or solvents on this, so keep this far away from your cleaning station until you're done. Next, this is your slide lock here, and the groove for it is right behind here. As you slide the slide back, you'll see the slide lock appear, and you can push the slide lock up and lock it into place. Now we can look down in the barrel there and make sure there's nothing in there. See that? Nothing in there. Okay, so now that we know that it's safe and clear, we will go ahead and start stripping it down to clean. So from this point, we actually want to lock it back, pull it back even further. Your safety here has a groove that it's going to lock into to hold it back at its further point. So go ahead and pull it back and lock it into place with the safety there. Now you can push up on the slide lock again, and on the back side there's a little nipple right here. It's sticking out pretty good. Okay, so when you push up on the slide lock, you push in on the little nipple there, and it'll cause the lock lever to slide on out. You can pull it out just like that. Okay, now warning, do not just release your safety here. It will cause the slide to sling right off. We don't want to do that. So make sure you uncock it gently, pull your safety down, and then slowly slide off the slide. Okay, we've also got the frame. To take apart the guide rod and spring, you just grab here at the end of the spring and push it down towards the muzzle of the barrel, and that'll allow you to slide out the spring. You can also take the guide rod out here. We'll clean that too. And to get the barrel out, you'll want to push it forward and then lift it straight out. These are the pieces we will be cleaning today. I'm going to go ahead and do a quick spray down on this stuff. Just kind of get everywhere. You're going to go through it anyway. Oh, about time for me to get another bottle. Barrel real good. Alright, while that's soaking for a moment, I'll go through and explain what I've got sitting here. I've got a soft bristle brush. It's got two ends on it. One's a little detail end that you can use for smaller crevices and whatnot. I've got a harder bristle brush. This is for real stubborn carbon. If you've got a good gun cleaner, typically all you need is the soft bristle brush. Gun cleaner, this is all on preference. I say try them and see what you like best. I've got a 3-7 barrel brush because this is 9mm. I've got a 9mm jag. Yep, if you've watched my previous videos, I've used the slotted cleaning rod. I've tried the jag a couple times now and I just love it, so I highly recommend getting a jag, and I'll show you how that works here in a little bit. I've got a 1911 barrel brush. I've got a little punch, screwdriver. We're not going to need those today. I've got some gun oil. I've got a rag that I use just for gun oil. I've got some patches. Q-tips sometimes come in handy. And then a couple rags to wipe stuff off as we go. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and get started with the barrel first. Basically, it's because it's the one thing you kind of want to do a certain way. Everything else, you can go through and just scrub it, you know, and then wipe it off, make sure it's clean. But the barrel, we kind of want to do it a specific way. And when you take your barrel brush, you want to go in from the back. And yes, that means two things. You know, the side where the cartridge loads here in the chamber, you want to go in from the back and push your way forward. The reason why we don't want to go in from this end is because we don't want to ding or dent or chip or damage the end of this in any way. It'll cause accuracy issues and other problems. So we're trying to prevent that. So when you're cleaning this, go in from the back and just give it a nice scrub. And it might feel a little gritty at first. And you'll feel it kind of get smoother and easier to push through. And you just kind of want to keep going until you feel pretty confident you don't feel gritty in there anymore. And after a minute or so, you can stop doing that. And we're going to go ahead and take our little bristle brush here and go through the rest of the exterior of it and give that a good brush down. Get that feed ramp real good. We don't want that to cause any jams because it's not feeding up the ramp. Well, this gun was a little dirty. But just go over everything. And once you've got it scrubbed off, we'll go ahead, and this is my favorite part, using the jag. You only need one sheet. And you see there's a little tip on the end there. You're just going to poke it right in the center. And the same way you put the brush in, you're going to go in from the back and feed it through and just push it carefully as, there we go. Pull that out. Look at all that gunk in there. All that black stuff is what we're trying to remove. So we're going to keep doing this until it is no longer black. And the towels won't end up being white. They will be kind of a gray. It might even look wet. See, second swipe there, it took a little bit off, but we got the most of it on the first pass. I'm going to do it one more time. That should probably be good for this. And I've noticed that every time I've used this jag, it's only taken 3 passes after I've scrubbed it to, there we go, to get it clean. So here's number 3. Look at that. No more black. So we're going to wipe the barrel off here. Make sure you get all of it real good. You're wiping off everything you just brushed. Get that feeding ramp real good. Oh, those are scratches. I thought it was dirt. Okay, barrel's done. So now we can go on to the rest of the stuff and do a quick brush and and wipe down on everything just to make sure everything's broken loose. And wipe it off, make sure we get it clean. Got the slide spring here. Give that a wipe off. Get the guide rod. And just kind of brush over everything. Wipe that off. Let's do the slide next. Just trying to get in everywhere you can. Just assume all of it's dirty. And you want to get everything broken apart. Use the detail end to really get in the crevices and in the slide rails. You'll make sure that's all free of debris. Get the striker plate real good. Get back here where the hammer hits. Just kind of get everywhere you can get with your brush. I like to get the finger grooves, you know, if that gets dirty, and I'm going to get around the extractor. Finger grooves, the little notches, you know, they accumulate a little bit of dirt. And we'll kind of get around the slide, or the sights. We'll go ahead and wipe this off once you feel you've got it pretty well brushed off. Make sure you get the slide rails real good. And if you feel necessary, you can grab a Q-tip and use it to kind of get into the real small areas. I also like to go over the slide rails with a Q-tip and make sure I've gotten everything out of there. this extractor is. Just kind of soak up any solvent that's in here. Alright, we'll set that aside. And do the frame. Again, you're just kind of going at everything, trying to get it clean. Getting those slide rails real good. I like to get in there and get the mag release. You can kind of see that in there. It gets dirty and can stick. Get the hammer real good. Alright, you can kind of brush off anything else you want to do. Get around the trigger. Give that a wipe off. And if you want, you can use Q-tips to get down into the small areas, which I probably will right here, just to make sure we get all the dirt out and make sure there's no solvent left in here. Alright, time for some lube. I'm going to take a gun oil. I put a little bit on a rag. And let's start with the frame. You're looking for scratch marks, wear marks, rub marks, anything that looks like metal on metal has been contacting. You want to make sure that gets lube on it. And that's showing where the slide is rubbing up and down. You want to make sure you get the slide rails real good. Alright, and the reason why I do it with a cloth like this is because you want to keep this to a minimum on how much oil you put on here, so it doesn't attract a lot of dust and dirt, because oil will attract a lot of it. So just hit the areas you see that need to be oiled. Now this barrel This barrel's got quite a bit of scratching up here along the sides. Well, pretty much the whole barrel except for where the stamp is. So that's what I'm going to do. I normally do the whole shaft of the barrel anyway, since it's an internal part, and that'll, you know, kind of make it function a little easier. And again, everywhere you see scratching or rubbing or anything, just throw some oil on there. Alright, so barrel's done. The slide, same thing again. You're looking for scratch marks, rub marks, anything that looks like metal on metal contact. So just put a little wipe of oil on it. Make sure you get the slide rails real good. Looks like the interior here needs it. And around by the barrel. That looks pretty good. So slide's done. Guide rod, you really don't need to do that. Or that's the spring. The guide rod I'll do because the spring goes up and down on it. So I'll throw some on the rod itself. The lock lever, I just put it on the pin, the mid part of it, just so it makes it easier to get in and out. That's really all I do for that. So let's go ahead and put it back together. Let's start with the slide. Got the muzzle end facing my left here. And I'm going to take the barrel, and when you look at the barrel here, you'll notice there's a notch in here. Remember that notch because that's going to be important in just a minute. So with the notch end facing upward towards you, you should be able to just slide the barrel into the hole. There's only one hole there, so that's where it's going. And then just slide it on back. It seats itself in place. Now we're going to take our guide rod and spring. Now this is a conical spring, so one side it fits really easy. The other side, you kind of have to force it. The side you have to force it is the side you need to put it in. So it's tight, but it does fit. Okay? And having the oil on there just makes it a little bit easier to get on there. Now, you'll see that the hole here is directional. It's like it goes one way or the other. That hole is going to be downward towards the barrel. And I'll slide it in the hole that is right above where the barrel went. And you'll have to slide it in, compress it, and now that little loop is in that little step I was showing you on the barrel. So this is what it should look like at this point. Okay. Now we'll take the slide. And again, we're going to have to push this all the way back and latch it with the safety. Okay. So on the back here, you'll see two little notches. They line up with the slide rail here on the frame. And you just slide it in. And you'll want to push it all the way back until it hits, not the first one, but the second notch on your safety. So slide it all the way back, push your safety up, lock it into place. Again, don't release this. This will fly off. Okay? So now we're going to take the slide lock here. The pin goes in the hole, and the end of the guide rod goes here to the other hole. So just drop it in, kind of line it up, and it just kind of, just a little wiggle, it's in place now. So now that you've got it pushed all the way back in, you see the nipples back out on this side. Okay, you can release the safety. It is now back into normal position. So now we're going to do a couple little cycles. Looks like it's functioning to me. So let's go ahead and give this one final wipe down with a clean rag. And this is your time to polish it off, remove anything else you had on there, any excess solvent or oil, anything. You know, this is the time to make it look real good. So just go through, wipe it off, get everywhere. Everybody likes a clean gun. Oh yeah, this looks a lot better now. Right, and there you have it. We have just taken apart, cleaned, oiled, and put back together a Browning high power 69C. This is 9mm. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. I also offer the online course to get your Texas license to carry a handgun. It's the 4-hour class broken down into segments and saves your progress so you can do it at your own pace. After completing the course, you will be able to print your certificate. Then, it'll help you locate an instructor close to you, no matter where you are in Texas, so you can complete the shooting portion of the course. This is all certified by the Texas Department of Public Safety. Check it out at reverendguns.com. If you have any questions or comments, please add them below. Be sure to like and subscribe for more firearms education.